All right, so I want us to do this topic video that has to do with hair because I think this will be the perfect time to do so because this is something that I think people don't really understand about hair reviews and hair reviewers and how things work. I'm not going to really get too into depth about the situation, but what I will say is this. People think that we, the gurus, get all the good hair, and then some companies, not all, but some companies will send the consumer, you guys who pay your hard earned money, the bad hair, the shedding hair, the not of quality hair. And they very well might be the case for some companies. Since I've been reviewing hair hardcore, there are a lot of companies that I will not work with. Not because I have anything personally against them, but because sometimes their customer service is not the best for people that I am speaking to, which is you, my audience. This is white label hair. If you ain't know, my review should already be up for this. Also, keep this in mind, guys, as well. When you guys see a lot of us with our hair installed, that means that we have set for hours to make it look like this. It didn't come like this. Like, for instance, this hair didn't come big like this. It came very uniform, and I had to brush it out and install it correctly so that it could look right. So it's a lot of factors that go into your hair, such as your install, what you put on the hair, if you do put anything on the hair, how you care for the hair, how you're maintaining it. That all comes into question when you say how good is the hair. If you're taking it right out the box and it's already giving you a problem, then that means you should send it back. But it's not true. There are so many companies that hit me up to ask me to do hair reviews, and there are so many companies that I cannot either reply to or I just will not work with because they have a bad track record with people who said that this is that and the other. Now, everybody's issues that they've had in the past, I don't really look at because, people make mistakes. So if it's a company who's made a mistake and they're trying to fix their mistake, that's completely different because I still believe in what the product that they're trying to promote and sell to my core audience. So, that's why a lot of times I try to give you guys coupon codes and stuff like that to try to keep the price down because hair is very expensive and it's a very lucrative business. And it seems like everybody and their damn mama got a hair company. But no, just know this, from a person who does hair reviews, there's way more hair that I send back than there's hair that I review. Because if I get it and the hair is bad or it's giving me a problem off the rip, I'll hit the company up and say, listen, I don't even think I want you to fix this situation, and I don't want to do a video to bash your company because whatever my experience may be with you may be completely different from somebody else. Ashley up the street probably got some bomb banging hair and she love it and she raving about it on Instagram. That may not be the same case for me. So I would just rather cut my losses. I don't want to say anything bad about nobody's company. So understand, just because you don't see me work with the company, that doesn't mean that the company has not hit me up. I'm sure that they have. A lot of them do. And, when somebody gets to a certain point where they can promote your product, yeah, your inbox is going to be flooded with these people, but I don't always say yes to everybody. And I don't always take everything that's given to me because if the product is whack, I'm not going to sit up here and say, yeah, this hair is shedding and it's bad, and it's because it makes me look bad. Even though it's the truth, it still makes me look bad. I don't always have to say anything. If you be like, oh, this company is real popular, why don't you work with them? 9 times out of 10, there's a reason why I'm not working with that company. There's a reason. Whether it be their hair, their customer service. There's been companies in the past who have rushed me to do reviews, and I said, okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to send the hair back, and I'm not going to do anything. And then we're going to call a spade because I don't like to be rushed into something. If I've had hair that's been in for only a week, then I'm like, all right, that's enough time for me to figure it out. Because usually what I'll do is I'll wear the hair for a week, then review the hair after that full week. So by the time you guys get the review, I've already wore that hair for about a good 6 to 7 to 8 days just to see how good it is and if it work or not. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to shed or not. That's how I can be able to give you a detailed review about the hair that I'm wearing, if it's shedding bad or anything. This hair ain't shedded on me, none of them. That's kind of how you got to think about it. I understand that it's hard for you guys to believe everybody's word because there are gurus out there that will work with anybody and take any hair and rave about it and will never put it on again. I'm not that person because y'all done seen the same wigs. I don't know how many. That damn RPG show wig with the middle part, that is going to be that forever and always. My Italian Yankee, I wore that like crazy. My red wig, like I wear these things often and over and over and over and over and over again. So just understand that it's not all gurus who do this. And just because you guys see somebody, the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I posted a picture of another company that I'm doing after this one, and they were like, I don't like their hair, and I forgot what it was that they had said, and it went into, because gurus get good hair and we get the bad hair. And I'm thinking to myself, like, it's really sad that people who have no prior knowledge of this really believe that to be completely 100% true for everybody. It's like you're taking all gurus and saying they all up here and we're all down here, and we get the good, they get the good hair, and we don't know. I've got hair that was funky. I've got hair that was shedding. I got hair that was matted. I've got hair that was horrible. I've gotten hair from companies that my wigs have been crooked. They have been cut wrong. I have everything that you can think of. I remember one time I got a bundle of hair from a company, a very popular company, mind you, very popular. And they sent me 4 bundles of Brazilian curly hair, and every last bundle was BDB buckshot nappy. And I'm like, what kind of hair is this? Is it supposed to be like yakky? And they was like, oh no, this is our Brazilian natural. You know, the names is what killed me. You know, people will market their hair in a certain way. And that's pretty, like, that's anything. If you go and look at tablets, Apple's going to say they got the best tablet on the market, but then Samsung might have one that's 10 times better, but it depends on, that's you. You know what I'm saying? It's, at the end of the day, these are companies. They're going to market their hair in the way in which they feel like it's going to sell. So if they say that it is a natural Brazilian body wave, then chances are it's not a natural Brazilian nothing. But it probably is just Indian hair that's been processed to a certain way, and that's your knowledge. That's your knowledge to know if this is authentic, if this is not, if they're using dog hair, if they're using, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we come in here for. And there's times where I've gotten hair that I could tell was not virgin hair. I knew off the rip this was some Bobby Boss that they put a rubber band around, put their label on, and sent it to me. I know the difference. So I'm like, I'm not doing that, because I'm not about to tell them that this is some Brazilian hair and it's not. Okay? So if I there's been a lot of times in my reviews where I've told you this hair says it's virgin, but based on the texture, I don't think that is virgin. It probably was at a point, but right now I don't think that it's virgin anymore, because the way that it's bouncing and behaving and acting is not, it's not that, you know? So please keep that in mind. We don't always get the best hair. We go through, I think, probably worse than the consumer. The only difference is people feel that way because it's free. We don't have to pay for it. But a lot of times we're out of money because we don't want the hair. The company wants us to keep the hair. I'm like, I'm not about to keep no trash hair. So I have to come out of my pocket and start to, you know, get return labels to send it back. Because I'm like, I'm not going to do that. That's one of the reasons why I've yet to get a P.O. box, because I know a lot of my people who do hair reviews and they have P.O. boxes, how much hair that they get in their inbox from companies that haven't even contacted them to say anything. They just sent it off like, review for us. You know, a lot, it's a dog-eat-dog world out here in this hair game. Trust and believe that. And I've definitely seen that firsthand. But yeah, I just want you guys to kind of feel secure. I'm not one of those people. And I know my girl Ivy's not that person. And my girl Lakia's not that person. Like, we, you know, these are people that I know. So, you know, if it's bad, we've had conversations like, I've gotten horrible hair. You know what I'm saying? But it's a conversation that it's not necessarily for y'all. Because if I start writing down the amount of companies that I didn't work with and it was a bad experience for me, then it makes you, the consumer, not want to mess with the company. And they may have made a mistake. They may have done something that was wrong and they're trying to fix it. But if I blackball their company, it makes me look bad. It takes money out of their pocket. And they could very well have a really good vendor who got them some bad hair, you know? So I just keep that to myself. I just won't review for them. If you don't see it on my channel, then you know I don't mess with it. If you see it on my channel, then you know that I mess with it and I believe in the product. And I would never try to sell you guys something that's not true. That's the bottom. Because listen, at the end of the day, if I see Fergie rocking some fly Adidas and I go buy those very same Adidas and they look nothing like hers, the quality is way less than hers, and I'm like, well, why, you know, I feel away because I had to spend my money. She got them for free, so why I gotta pay my money for something that's not even of quality? Trust me, I'm still a consumer. I still buy stuff. I still get it. Trust me. And $700 to $1,000 for hair is not cheap. So yeah, remember that. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this kind of gave you some of you guys some clarity on the whole hair game and how it's ran. And you know, I don't want to get too deep in it, but you get what I'm saying. All right, bye.